Hey everyone, this is Sujoy over here. So today I'm going to be making this video and I'm going to be talking about why digital nomads should move to Vietnam. Now, I've been, getting a lot of information, from other, YouTube videos, a bit of misinformation going around that it's not very it's not allowed to be a digital nomad in Vietnam. That's complete BS. I am a digital nomad myself. I run a professional blog, and I've been blogging for over 2 years now. I have a professional digital marketing blog, and I'm also into affiliate marketing. I also talk about social media marketing, and I also do a lot of client work, for clients based in the U.S. if they don't have a website or if they want to set up a social media platform. So I've been doing that all over here from Vietnam. And by profession, I also teach English. So pardon me, I'm just enjoying this delicious mango ice cream. I thought of creating this video from a different location from my office room. So let me just have a quick slice. Very good, I love it. So I'm staying at the countryside over here. So I'm a digital nomad. I prefer to stay over here at the countryside. I mean, I rent a full house over here, less of distractions. It's a lot of coffee shops. You can enjoy a lot of nature. Yeah, it gets a bit noisy with the chickens and the hens, but that's what I am. I love nature. So, firstly, let me just clear this off that it's perfectly cool to be a digital nomad in Vietnam, and I would encourage more digital nomads to come to Vietnam, and and to settle up over here. If you are into social media marketing, or if you have a marketing agency, if you're a freelancer, or if you're a YouTuber, so I highly recommend coming over to Vietnam. You have some of the best locations, especially in Ho Chi Minh City. There are a lot of coffee shops. I like to go to a lot of coffee shops here in Ho Chi Minh City, and I see a lot of young Vietnamese entrepreneurs. They're actually digital nomads. And while I work on my blog at these coffee shops, it just gives me that environment of being my own boss. Same goes for a YouTuber. I mean, you have some of the best locations out here in Vietnam, especially here in Ho Chi Minh. Even if you go to Da Nang, or to Vung Tau and other locations, the beaches, they're just perfect for you to create content. Make your YouTube videos. So the number one reason I feel, because I'm talking from my personal experience, I've been a digital nomad for many years now. The number one reason why I prefer to be a digital nomad in Vietnam, when it comes to Southeast Asia, is not very expensive. I mean, say if you are going to go out eat food, because and even if you're going to rent an apartment, or if you're going to rent a full house, like I rent a full house over here at the countryside. I'm not staying in a studio apartment. It's a two-floor big house. Maybe because I've been living here in Vietnam for 4 years, so I've lived in Ho Chi Minh City for 3.5 years. So I just said that I'm a guy who loves nature, and I thought of moving out to the countryside, which is also very close to Ho Chi Minh City. So I have access to go to Ho Chi Minh City, and of course, I can also, and I spend most of the time over here working in my home for my blog, and of course, I do a lot of content marketing. So it's a great place. You can enjoy simple. You can just go out, have a nice coffee, as low as 15,000 Vietnam dong, which is, I guess, less than $1. You can enjoy the local Vietnamese cuisines. For the standard of living is really good. Uh, so like my brother lives in America. He lives in New Jersey, and the cost of living in the U.S. is very expensive because I mean even if you're going to be staying in Florida, I mean if you're going to get like $3,500 per month, that's all right. But that will not help you even, so just imagine, like even if you're making like $1,000 from your digital marketing business, you can comfortably live here in Vietnam, in Southeast Asia. You can rent a very beautiful apartment, a studio apartment as low as $350. I'm not quite sure about the inflation right now, but I still feel that you can rent out a nice studio apartment for $350. I personally don't like to, give deposits or advance. So I'm a person who likes to rent, who likes to keep on renting. So I like, because I don't have any good experience when it comes to giving deposit, because 90% of the time you may not get your deposit money back. So try to stick around with taking studio apartments or accommodations, like where you're just keeping on paying rent on a monthly basis. And of course the food, the cost of living. Living in Ho Chi Minh City as a digital nomad for so many years now, there are a lot of places to eat. You can hang out a lot. You got the Texco, the walking street. You got a lot of American joints and bars to hang out. Of course, I'm not an American. I'm originally from India, but I've done my U.S. studies. So, but I've lived in Europe for many years. I've lived in Australia, and I'm pretty well traveled. So yeah, I mean, I'm a person, who loves to eat fast food, burgers, fries, McDonald's, and also, I like to have a healthy lifestyle, and I like to eat a lot of Vietnamese food, cuisines. You have, if you're a single guy, if you're a digital nomad, and if you're looking out for a soulmate, Vietnam is one of the best places to be. They have some of the most beautiful girls over here, compared to Thailand and Cambodia. I mean, honestly speaking, Vietnamese girls are extremely very attractive. They are very kind, very down to earth person. So, you can have a good life as a digital nomad. I mean, you can fall in love over here. You can have a family. And even if you're making like $800 from your business, that's all right, for a start. Even like, $1,000, $2,000, you can live very comfortably over here in Vietnam. I mean, there is no a reason why I think you should shift to Thailand and other countries, because honestly speaking, I found Thailand to be a bit expensive. I've been to Bangkok many times. Um, so you can get a better. I think you can get a better standard of living over here in Vietnam, and of course, there's a lot of money over here in Vietnam. I was in Hanoi for a couple of months. If you see nowadays, a lot of Vietnamese are making a lot of money. They do a lot of business. They do a lot of freelance business. Also into forex trading. I mean, the legal forex trading. I'm not talking about illegal trading and forex trading and all that. But even if you're like, even if you are a legal forex trader, you can set up your base over here in Vietnam. Can rent a nice studio apartment, and you can do your business. Your forex trading business, or if you're into cryptocurrency, content marketers, YouTubers, bloggers. You have some of the best locations over here in Southeast Asia. So I don't see any reason why you should not move to Vietnam. And all this misinformation which you're getting out there on the net that it's illegal to be a digital nomad in Vietnam is complete BS. I myself am a digital nomad. Yes, I'm a certified English teacher. I started my career over here in Vietnam, doing teaching for 3.5 years, and also part-time I started my blog over here, which is the affiliate hub, the affiliatehub.net. So my blog actually specializes in digital marketing, affiliate marketing, blogging, and make money online, tips and everything. But it's just a great place to be. You have the security, you have the comfort, you have the lifestyle, you have some of the best beaches over here. You can travel around. One thing also very good is, sorry, my ice cream is leaking. So one thing also very good is you get access to other Southeast Asian countries. So say for example, if you want to go to Bangkok, you want to go to Malaysia, Singapore, these are just like 1 hour flights or 1.5 hour flight. So it's quite convenient. Security is there, safety is there. You can get good standard of living. You can stay in high-end hotels over here. It's not going to be as expensive if you're going to be staying out in the U.S., or if you're going to be staying in some other European country. So you can have a better standard of living over here. There are a couple of challenges. Like the traffic. Sometimes the customer service is not good. But why I really encourage digital nomad over here in Vietnam is, give me a minute. My ice cream is leaking. I'll be back in a minute. Just give me a minute. All right, sorry about that. So I'm not doing any video editing over here for this video because I'm not very video savvy. I'm not a graphics editor. I'm a content marketer. So one thing I like about about being a digital nomad is, wherever you come from, it doesn't matter if you're coming from India, China, Africa, or any other part of Southeast Asia. There is no discrimination. You are your own boss. You can start generating revenue. You just need to be consistent. And especially if you're going to stay in Vietnam, your cost of living is going to be very low. If you can, I also recommend that maybe you should look into setting up your base at the countryside, or you can rent a full house over here, or you can go to Vung Tau or to Da Nang, where the accommodations are pretty reasonable. If you're finding Ho Chi Minh City to be expensive. That's just about it. The standard of living, the lifestyle, comfort. You get a lot of recognition and attention. You can network a lot with people over here. What I've observed is that, like, if your business is into networking, and if you're providing freelancing services, you can really have a very good business setup over here in Vietnam, because there are a lot of companies here in Vietnam who want to grow their brands, their services, or maybe they don't have a website or a social media platform. So they're always very keen to work with foreigners, especially if you're speaking English. So you can get a lot of business over here in Vietnam. You can make a lot of money over here in Vietnam. They have some of the best coffee shops over here. Like some of the coffee shop concepts are so unique that I have never seen that in any other part of Southeast Asia. Being an Indian, coming from India and being a digital nomad myself, I find it to be more safe and secure to set up my base over here in Vietnam. So of course, the safety and security. Because we always talk about, okay, these are the best European destinations to set up your base as a digital nomad, which are affordable, but we're actually skipping out on Vietnam. Not only Vietnam, I think India is also going to be coming up as a major digital nomad hub. But since I'm in Vietnam over here, I want to focus specifically about why digital nomads should move to Vietnam, why you should move to Vietnam as a digital nomad, to be a digital nomad. The last thing which I would like to conclude is that it would be really nice if a digital nomad visa could be launched by the by the Vietnamese immigration authorities. Just maybe give out a 5-year digital nomad visa, or even a 1-year digital nomad visa, or a multiple entry, because like, especially if we're bloggers, we're as long as we're not writing anything wrong against a specific country or against a specific society, there's so much of things, I want to write in my blog about the digital transformation over here in Vietnam. Why it's why it's really transforming digitally, and all those kind of things. Even for bloggers, YouTubers, we're always trying to bring Vietnam in the limelight in a very good way. I think these kind of creators should be given a 5-year digital nomad visa, or because at the end of the day, we're trying to attract more foreign expats to explore Vietnam when it comes to looking into the digital nomad opportunities. And say, if somebody is not successful in his or her home country, you can have a very good success rate over here in Vietnam, as a digital nomad, because what I like over here is that they're always willing to learn. You can do more business over here. People are more willing to connect with expats when it comes to doing business, as a if you're providing service to local Vietnamese clients over here. So they're very open-minded. So it would be really nice if digital nomads can get a kind of a specific visa over here, a long-term visa, instead of making the 30-day trip, in and out of the country, or just with the pressure of, oh, I need to try to find a Vietnamese girl to marry, and then get a TRC. So I think that would be really nice. So that's all I got to say. So I still there's a lot of opportunities over here for digital nomads here in Vietnam. So again, I just want to say that there's a lot of misinformation out there on the net, and even on YouTube, that, oh, you cannot be a digital nomad over here in Vietnam. It's not allowed. That's all BS. If you're providing legitimate service, and if you're providing genuine service, and you're good at your skill, I see a lot of success rate for you over here in Vietnam as a digital nomad. So I hope you like watching this video. So this was your boy Sujoy. Peace out.